Welcome back, everyone. I want to just share a message with my sisters. And that message is simply wait on the Most High. Wait on the Most High on everything, really. Okay, so this message is specifically for my single sisters, right? Unmarried, or even in a, maybe you're not even in a relationship yet. We live in a world, in a society, and even going back to ancient times, there's the expectation for women to be married. And today, women are made to feel as if they are less of a woman or less than if they are not married, if they are not in a relationship, if they do not have children. And that's just simply not so. The Father has a plan and a purpose for all of us. So, whether a woman has children or not, that does not lower her worth or her value. Whether or not a woman has a husband or is in a relationship, being courted for marriage, that does not lower her value. That does not lower your value. The Father has a plan and a purpose for all of us. And so I'm offering the reminder to just wait on the Father. You do not want to find yourself, you don't want to end up in a, just kind of happen to end up in relationships, because sometimes men and women will wake up one morning and find themselves in a relationship. There's these situationships. And usually a situationship is probably a relationship that you're not supposed to be in. It's a situation that didn't end when it was supposed to. It's a situation. Like, relationships are supposed to be intentional. Okay. And so, yeah, you want to wait on the Most High. Wait for his guidance when it comes down to dating. Invite him. Like, I'm suggesting that for women who are dating, invite the Most High into your dating life. Invite the Most High um, into that process. And to go a step further, I'm still saying wait on the Most High. The scriptures tell us that he who finds a wife finds a good thing. So number one, it we the men should be seeking a wife. He should be finding us, or not, whatever. He should be finding you, not you looking for him. And I'm speaking as someone where I used to, I mean, I'm married now, but I would approach men. If I was interested in someone, I would approach men. Some men are turned off by that because men are naturally um, secret. I'm having a brain fog moment, but they are naturally hunters, right? They're naturally hunters, seekers, finders. And so some men might be turned off by a woman that is approaching them. They might feel like it might be a little bit too strong or whatever. And with more women uh, taking those first steps, approaching men, some men have gotten lazy to where some men feel like they don't have to approach a woman. Some of them have gotten lazy and they just going to wait for the woman to make the first move. Men should be finding us. And you want to wait. I encourage you to wait for the one that the Most High has for you. Listen, there are so many reasons to wait. There are so many good reasons to wait. I probably should have wrote these down, right, so I can try to have some order to this. But I'm just going to go with is in my mind. There's so many reasons to wait. A lot of times, we don't even really know ourselves, regardless of how old we are. So when we in our 20s, okay, that's a phase, that's a stage. Who you are in your 20s is not going to be who you are in your 30s, who you are in your 40s, who you are in your 50s. We're still learning ourselves. And sometimes, regardless of age, we might be growing, we might be in a phase. And it can be difficult meeting someone, committing to someone when we're in a temporary stage, a temporary phase. Now, we're always going through stages and phases, of course, but there are some stages and phases Some of them may not be healthy, or we might be in a stage of healing from a situation, and then you wind up meeting someone, um, and connect based off of trauma, creating trauma bonds, relating to someone based off of a hurt, relating to someone based off of a void that that person seemed to fulfill. It kind of creates codependency. Like, is it a true interest, or is it that this person is filling a void? Well, what happens when you grow out of that phase? What happens when you heal from whatever that thing is? Then sometimes you grow away from your partner because y'all may have connected and committed at a time, um yeah, when you may have been, when you may be going through a very short season, a very short window of your life. What happens when you grow out of it? Is that relationship still valuable and valuable? Is it still valuable? Just something to think about. While you're single, these are just suggestions, right? No expert over here. What I'm gonna say is, for women who are seeking to be in committed relationships, who are seeking to be married, wanting to be married, don't be out here dating a whole bunch of men. You want to think about that. Do you want to, is that how you want to meet your person, the one that the Most High has for you? Is that how he's supposed to meet you? Like competing for your attention from a whole bunch of other men? I mean, it might seem cute. It might kind of like boost a woman's ego that they have, many prospects. But if you want a true and genuine relationship, like, he should just be able to find you. Not to say that he don't, I was going to say, not to say that he doesn't have to work for it, but if it's for you, it's for you. Does he have to compete with a whole bunch of men for you to even notice him? For you to even recognize him? For you to even give him the time of the day? Some women may be missing out on their person, on who the Most High has for them. They might be missing out on that person because they are comparing that person to all the other men that they're dating. It also kind of just looks a little, whether or not a person is having sexual relations with when they're in their dating life or not. It almost even just looks a little harlot-ish, a little whorish. I'm not saying that a single woman cannot have friends of the opposite sex. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that a single woman can't date or shouldn't date, right? I'm not going to say, um, I don't know. You just want to be careful. You want to be careful. Think about, let us think about our actions. Think about your actions. Think about how you are carrying yourself. If you had a son, would you want your son to date you? Would you want your son to consider you for marriage? Just something to think about. While I know that, on one hand, I'm saying that you absolutely have value outside of being in a relationship, being married, and having children. There are promises that are associated. I'm speaking to women of faith, specifically women of the Bible. Who have faith in the Bible, who aim to live according to the Bible. Women who are part of the body of Mashiach. There's a promise. Well, the scriptures say that women are saved in childbearing. I think it says something like that. That women are saved through childbearing. something like that, right? So there's a promise to having children. There is a promise, kind of like unspoken promise, kind of sort of, and even being married and having a head and having a covering for yourself, especially during, biblical times where men took care of their wives. I mean, men are always supposed to take care of their wives. Um, Yet today, in modern society, in modern times, the the roles are a little different, and sometimes men and women are sharing the roles equally, right? And guess what? Each his own in every relationship. But there is a promise. There's promise. It is of value to be married, but you want to make sure. Bottom line, you want to make sure that you are being married to the right person. When I was single before I got married, when I was in dating mode, it's like, okay, well, if it doesn't work out, then I'll just get a divorce. That was my mindset because the world makes divorce seem like it's no big deal, or that it's acceptable. It's acceptable. It's fine. The This is what the world kind of like gives the appearance when it comes down to divorce, and therefore people are less likely to try to work through their marriages or work on it. People are underestimating. They take these vows. We take these vows because I have married, I have divorced, and I remarried. I remarried my husband. Um, and so I'm not speaking like trying to condemn. I'm speaking from my experience. You want you want to make sure that you are being yoked to the right one because it's a lifelong commitment. It was intended to be a lifelong commitment. Let me say that. The Most High does not like divorce. The Most High does not like divorce. Yes, it happened in the Bible, um, but it's not something that He likes. There is some honor in being able to work out your relationships, work out your marriages, and stay committed to the marriage. Marriage isn't it's not easy, right? Some couples might make it look easy, but it's not easy. It is a commitment every day to be married. It is a commitment, especially when it's so easy, or when the world makes it seem like it's so easy to not be married. But you want to make sure we have to do a better job of making sure that we're choosing the right person to begin with. And so while you're single, this is a perfect time to allow the Most High to work on you and to help you to be who He intended for you to be. Because we all, like, there is the Most High's plan for us, right? From before we were actually born. The scriptures tell us that He knew us before He formed us in the womb. So He had plans for us already. So there's His divine plan for us. And then there's, once we come out, once we're in the world, our parents have plans for us. Um, the world has plans for us. And so there's all these influences that kind of shape who we become. There is that whole nature versus nurture thing, right? Where both play a role in who we are. There is the natural things that the Most High put in us, and then there is our environment that has also shaped who we are. While we are single, while you are single, please invite the Most High into your life to realign you back to His plan for you. His plans are perfect. It is us who derail. It is us that go to the left or go to the right. While you're single, sister, reconnect to His plan for you. Any hurts, traumas, pains that you've experienced, please invite the Most High in your life. And if He's already in your life, right? Please invite Him and ask Him, work with Him, partner with the Most High on your healing. because a lot of times we are going into relationships with baggage, a lot of it. And everybody has baggage, quote unquote baggage, right? Everybody has stuff. Well, we can allow the Most High to heal us, right? To help us work on ourselves, to help him work on us, to help us have understanding about some of our experiences. Yes, there are therapists. Yep, there's self-help books. There's all of these, there's gurus, there's friends, there's sisters, cousins, there's all of these things that can kind of help. But the Most High knows all, sees all, has seen all. Let us invite him into our lives. Let us partner with the Most High on our healing. We can plan, but he sees the bigger picture. He sees the whole picture. None of us see the whole picture. So while single, it's a perfect time to, for a period, right, to reevaluate past relationships, to process it, to understand it, as opposed to jumping right into another relationship or rushing to date to try to forget about somebody. Again, I'm not saying you can't, um, that you can't have male friends, friends of the opposite sex. I'm not saying that. But what I am saying is we definitely, as women, we want to be careful about the messages that we are sending to the opposite sex. If you know you're not interested in a man, don't waste his time. Don't waste his time. While single, it's the perfect time to um, focus on the relationship with the Most High. Whether it's him helping you to know him, okay? He can help us to know him. Why is knowing him important when we are thinking about like relationships? Well, he is the ultimate relationship. He is the ultimate parent. He is the ultimate husband. He is the ultimate provider. He sets a standard for us, especially for his daughters, right? He sets a standard of what a provider looks like, what a protector looks like. He sets a standard. Now, nobody is going to compare to the Most High, of course. However, he sets a standard. And if we are partnering with him on our growth and our development, it's perfect. His plans are perfect. So in the meantime, while waiting for the one that the Most High has for you, you can focus on your relationship with the Most High to even understand relationships. The way that the Bible is written, especially like in the Old Testament, the so-called Old Testament, right? And throughout the Tanakh, the way that it is written, you really see all that Yah went through with the children of Yasharal, with Israel and Judah. You see what he went through. You see what those relationships were like. He was a husband to them. The book of Hosea. Now, not all relationships are filled with adultery, but the way that the Bible is written, you see the ups and downs that can occur in relationships, that sometimes happens in relationships. You see the communication. Reading the Bible from without the lens of religion, I'm telling you, there is so many jewels in the Bible, and it's timeless. Study his word, read his word. That's how we get to know him. And in getting to know him, number one, we know what his expectation is for us as an individual person. He will help us to think about our purpose, meaning why he actually allowed us to live, like exist and be, because he has a plan. He has plans and purpose for us. So while single, focusing on our purpose for the Most High is crucial. While there are less distractions, while there are less responsibilities, Sometimes, while relationships can be a beautiful thing, while children can be a wonderful thing, sometimes when we prematurely add those things into our lives, when they are out of order or out of divine timing, we wind up putting the Most High's plans for us on the back burner. We wind up neglecting the task and the role and job that He has for us because we are intentionally giving ourselves other responsibilities. He He has plans and purpose for us. And there's a time for us to do us, kind of, sort of. And there's a time where we are called to focus on Him. And during the time that we're focusing on Him, He is um, recrafting us in a sense, remolding us. Sometimes when we are walking, a lot of times for a lot of people, when we are walking in our purpose, it actually puts you in alignment. You're actually on the path, or you may be likely to meet your person on that path because that's the one that the Most High has for you. Now, I know there's some people who don't believe that there is only one or whatever, but the Most High has plans. Guess what? The Most High does not. I can't speak for him like that, but I don't believe the Most High has plans for His daughters to be out here dating a whole bunch of men, marrying a whole bunch of men. Like that is not what He wants for His daughters. He definitely don't want us out here fornicating, having sex outside of marriage. That's for our protection. That is literally for our protection. There's nothing wrong with knowing that you want to be married or that you want to be in a relationship and that you want to have a family. There's nothing wrong with knowing that. There's nothing wrong with having that be a goal or desire. That's fine. Those are good. Those are good ambitions, right? Well, I don't want to say ambitions, but those are good goals to have, right? But just again, I'm saying, wait on the Most High. Like, don't you want His blessing? Don't you want His stamp of approval? Don't you want Him to set you up? He knows what you need. He knows what you want. You might not get everything you want, but He knows what you need. So, and you know what? I played myself. I just played myself because this was a message to the daughters, but really it's a message to everyone, to the body. None of us should just be rushing into relationships, into marriage. We all should be waiting on the Most High because men and women, some men and women are being thrown off their path, entering into ungodly relationships, ungodly not reunions, but ungodly unions, sometimes reunions. Um, so I played myself, forgive me, Father. None of us, no men nor women should be out there, should be fornicating, should just be out there and laying with folks. It's for our protection. It's for your protection. Nobody should be out there creating soul ties, ungodly bonds with folks. We all should be focusing on our purpose for the Most High. We all should be, seeking to be stronger in His word. And it's not to say that when you're single, that you don't have responsibilities. Yeah, there's responsibilities, but there's less responsibility, or there can be less responsibility when you don't have people that you are directly responsible for, i.e., a spouse. Some people are responsible for their children, for children. Some people are responsible for other people's children. Some people, may have other commitments. Is this even the time to even enter unions? Who can say, right? That's what prayer is for. That's what prayer is for. But for anyone who is dating, um, invite the Most High in your process. Every stage of it. Guess what? Inviting the Most High on dates with you, yes, will help keep you in order, right? Making sure, um, when you know that the Most High is there with you, it'll help you to avoid certain temptations. It'll help you to avoid uh, putting yourself in certain situations. Invite the Most High with you on your dates. You might even realize that I don't know if I want the Most High to see me dating all these people. I mean, because really, like, for real, think about how the Messiah, whether or not that will truly be pleasing to him, especially dating a whole bunch of people at one time. Like dating, I mean, you have to. I'm saying be patient and wait on the Most High. So yeah, you may have to date a few people to figure out who's the right one, but not necessarily all at the same time, and definitely not having relations with them. No, the scriptures actually says um, that fornicators will not inherit the kingdom. The scriptures also say, do not even give the appearance of doing evil. So even for those who say, well, it's not like I'm having sex with all these people, what's the big deal? No, but it still looks whorish, whether it's male or female, to just do a whole bunch of serial dating, especially all at once. I mean, obviously not at the same exact time, but having a different date, a different date for every night of the week. Are you giving any of them really enough, like, real time to get to know each other? And what do you think of somebody who's doing that same thing? Are you taking them seriously? How do you get to know people like that? This video wound up being a little bit different from what I was thinking, but um, you want the Most High to bless your union, bless your relationship, bless your marriage. You want Him to bless it. So invite Him into the process. Ask Him to find your person for you. Ask Him to point the person out, right? If you are a male, then ask Him to point your woman out and how to go about it. What do you do? What steps does He want you to take? If you're a woman, if He points it out to you, be patient and allow the Most High to work on that man so that when He approaches you, He's ready for you. And allow the Most High to work on you so that when that person comes along, the one that the Most High intends, you're ready. You're ready to be with that person. So that's it. That was my message. I apologize. Initially, I said, this is for the daughters. It's not. It's for everybody. Wait on the Most High before entering into relationships, before getting married, before having children. Like, well, I'm not gonna. Well, I mean, yeah, I was even say with having children. I mean, He says, "Be fruitful and multiply." But this is what prayer is about, right? So if we are in relationship with Him, then that's what an active prayer life is about. Making sure that we are moving and walking according to His way, His plan for us, His timing. So uh, if you got through to the end of this video, thank you for bearing with me. I just wanted to share that message. I apologize. It was a little bit long-winded, but thank you for bearing with me. And I pray and hope that, whoever watches, that you take heed. If you have children, remind them to wait too, to wait on Yah. And that doesn't always mean it's going to have to take, a year, 2 years, or 3 years, 10 years, whatever. I'm not, when I say wait on Him, I'm talking about wait on His guidance, His instruction, His direction, and His timing. Because He might have somebody meet and they might be married in 6 months. If it's His timing, it's perfect. The key thing is waiting on Him, His instruction and guidance. So till next time, we all need to be waiting on Yah in every aspect of our lives, really. But I'm going to say shalom because otherwise I'm going to bring up something else. Thank you for watching. Shalom.